It is Tuesday morning. Done with meetings. Good morning, guys. By the way, welcome back to a new video. Spontaneous vlog again. Yeah, I had to pick up some stuff as well now, but dude, I haven't even eaten breakfast today. I should go home and eat something. Always hustling, always grinding, always on the hunt for the next thing. Today, my shoes should arrive, or maybe they don't. I ordered a couple of things online. Maybe some of them arrive today or tomorrow. I need to go home now, get some work done, and then in the afternoon, don't really know what I'm doing today. I thought the weather's gonna be bad, but it isn't. You know, there's just something nice being on Wall Street during the week. It's more empty than on the weekends. Everybody's working. I feel like, you know, a guy in his 70s. I already made it, and I was just walking around in my free time while everybody else has to work. That's kind of the vibe it's giving me. But you know, especially on a day like today, it would be a waste of time if you're not outside walking. I like going for walks. See all the investment bankers. It's like entertainment to me. Such a nice vibe to the city. Especially like on summer, dude, I love that. Nothing more like on a random Thursday morning at like 8 or 7 a.m. You go here to Wall Street in Zurich. Dude, it is the best vibe you can imagine. You see only guys with suits walking around. Sun's shining. Everything is green. Like right here. Oh shit. Police is coming. They're not even allowed to drive here. I don't know why they do. I guess police does not have to follow the rules. You got the Prada store, you got Hublot, you got Chopard, Ferragamo, Van Cleef, Chanel. All the stores are here. Dude, if you like watches and if you like shopping, this is the one place on earth that you have to come to, because like every watch brand you can imagine, they got it here. I mean, okay, yeah, you know, all the brands are from Switzerland, but like they literally got all the stores. Piaget, Vacheron, obviously the big five, everything. They got the watch museum in Bayer, if you care about watches and the history. You can go right there. See, I'm like the toury guys. You got AP over here. I've never been to the AP store so far. I've been to the Rolex store and stuff like that, but I've been scared to go to the AP store because, like, dude, the entrance, it's mighty. And it's just, you know, I feel uncomfortable sometimes when you go to these like super luxury stores. I don't know, the Rolex store has like a different vibe to it, but the AP store is just a different level. You got LV. Why am I even showing you all the stores? You've probably seen that like 10 times by now in the vlog, because I'm always walking through here. But you know, I like it, dude. That's my city. That's what I show you. People in New York, they're gonna show you actual Wall Street, but this is like Swiss version of Wall Street, you know? So that's why I call it Wall Street. Because like the actual Swiss name is just boring. It's like Bahnhofstrasse, you know? I just always call it Wall Street. I don't know. Because it's giving me that same vibe, obviously. We're missing the skyscrapers, but in terms of luxury and wealth, it's pretty much like Wall Street. Got the market again, dude. I usually never even see this market because I'm not here around this time very often. I only really go here on the weekends. mostly. Or when I get like meetings and I meet up with someone. But look at the dog, they're so cute. The wiener's attacking. I feel like in a James Bond movie right now. Just like walking through that market. Dressed well. Man, recently I saw all these American cars in Switzerland. They're on the come up, like the Hellcats, the SRTs, Skepbacks. I don't know why, but I was thinking, I'm thinking way too much, I know, but I kind of like those cars, American muscles. My mom is driving an American muscle, so it's been kind of in the family, but I've never really been the biggest fan because I really like British cars. I'm also not a big I appreciate Porsche and BMW for what they're doing because they build amazing cars, like quality wise, but I feel like emotion, they don't do it like the Brits do. I obviously like Italian cars, but I think they lack, or not, they don't lack, but the main thing is like Italian cars are just really expensive, like the nice ones. But British cars, dude, they're my thing. Aston Martins. Definitely gonna get one of those, a Vanquish or a Vantage. They're beautiful. I was thinking the Challengers, for example, or the Charger, the Dodges, or even a Mustang, but I don't know, these cars have something too. Visually, I think, especially like interior wise, I don't like the Dodges, but you just get a lot of bang for your buck, that's for sure. If you buy like a Charger, Hellcat, or a Scat Pack with a wide body, dude, these cars are cool for real. And I found somebody, a guy recently on YouTube, he's from Switzerland, he drives does he drive a Hellcat? I don't know, but some kind of Charger. I'm not like too familiar with the models and stuff. There's like so many, of the Dodges, there's so many different variations. There's like the RTs and the SRTs, the Hellcats, the Demons, the Demon 170, Scat Pack, I don't even know. There's too many options. But I was looking on the market, what's on the market right now, and for 50,000, you get something quite nice. But then again, buying them is kind of cheap, but then maintaining them, well, I don't know if they're like reliable. Let me know in the comments if you own any of these Hellcats or something. But I think what really fucks you up is the gas, because obviously they got like 6.4 liter V8s, which I don't know how much they drink, but I could imagine it's somewhere north of 20 liters. Like, the way I drive, obviously if you buy a car like that, you do burnouts, you do some action, and I think fuel consumption is quite high. So that's just what's going to be expensive. And I don't know how big the tank is, but I can imagine fueling up one of those in Switzerland is like 150 to 200 francs. And if you have to do that every week, that's around 800 a month just for gas. And then probably another like 5,000 a year for insurance. Maybe it's less though, I don't know. So yeah, it could get expensive. So I'm thinking probably buying a Porsche for that same amount of money is going to be much cheaper. Not sure about the insurance, but certainly the gas. Because Porsches ain't got no 6.4 liter V8. The thing with these American cars though is that I think they just don't fit me. Like, the vibe is different. I just feel like if I would drive one of these cars, then all these like Dodges, they have like LEDs everywhere, and they're like kind of techy, and I just feel like it doesn't suit me well. If I see myself driving an Aston Martin, I see myself driving a Jag, I see myself driving Maybach or something, but I don't see myself. Okay, I don't see myself driving a Maybach. I see myself being driven in a Maybach, but that's a different story. I'm not there yet. But or a Bentley though. You know, all these British cars. I see myself, but in a Dodge, in a Hellcat. I don't know. It would look kind of funny, you know. I'm also like, I feel like if you're a bit, you know, on the bigger side, like, you know, if you're a bit overweight, I'm trying to not offend anyone, but like, I feel like, okay, listen, the thing is, these Dodges are comfortable. Like in general, American muscles, I know it from the Mustang we have, the American muscles are, the seats are very wide and very comfortable and cushiony. And I feel like if you're overweight, you're gonna fit very well in these cars because the seats are not so narrow. Because like if you have a Porsche carbon fiber bucket seat and you're a bit overweight, you're not gonna fit in that seat, you know. And I am rather athletic built, so I don't have a lot of weight, so I don't need one of these big cars, you know. And I just imagine, you know, if the car pulls up and then you see me getting out the car, it could look kind of funny because you're like, you know, that's not what I expected. And there's always like stereotypes, obviously they're not always true, but like with certain cars you have like a certain person in mind, you know. Like who comes to your mind if you think of Lamborghini Aventador? You immediately get a picture in your head of like who drives one of these cars. Same with the 911, same with the Dodge, you know. And that's, I think, to a certain degree, it is true. Obviously, I'm not saying that all Aventador owners are posers and like super extroverted guys walking around in full dress Versace, but sometimes those people actually drive these cars. And that's how the stereotype came. Oh, I just hit the car with my bag. And somebody was sitting in the car. Oops. Anyways, so I hope you get what I mean. I can also really obviously picture myself driving Porsches, Range Rovers. Dude, me in one of those, or in one of those. Perfect. Me in a Hellcat. I'm not sure about that one, but they're fun. I think I need to test drive one. I need to test drive a Hellcat. One of those, but like a Demon with like 700 horsepower. Dude, I heard like I think the top model of the Challenger, like the Demon 170 it's called. I'm not sure though. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the car goes 0 to 60 in 1.6 seconds, which I think is literally quicker than a Model S Plaid, which is insane to me because like how does a big V8 Hemi go 0 to 60 in 1.6 seconds? I mean, it's nothing. I think the car's got over 800 horsepower, but then again it's only rear wheel driven, so how does it even get the power down to the street, you know? I think the car literally, if you do launch control, the front of the car literally lifts, and it's got like a parachute to brake the car. Dude, I think in Switzerland this car would not even be illegal. I've never seen one. I think like a lot of these American muscles are not legal here because the fuel consumption, but also because you know, if they have like a parachute or like crazy ass drag tires, these are not legal here, so they can't even drive them. Package came in the mail. Based on the weight, it can only be one thing, but we'll find out. Alright, so what we got right here is the freaking protein. What even is that? I don't know, I think it's banana or something. I'm walking home from the gym right now. Found this car, this is insane. What? Dude. 2000 Ti. roll cage, fully built. This is nice. Dude, I came out the gym and there was a Polish guy in front of the gym trying to sell me some protein powder. And then I told him that I don't need it because I have my own protein, but he needed money, so I gave him some money. But he told me he's from Poland, came to Switzerland. Oh shit. He came to Switzerland to work, and now he was he was fired from his job, and now he doesn't have a permit to stay in Switzerland, and he needs money to find a new job or whatever. So I just I try to help him out with a bit of money. But it's crazy, sometimes you see people in need, and I could have offered him a job, but damn boy. Oh, they're speeding. No, but I could have offered him a job if he could drive, but he said he doesn't have a driver's license. So I think coming to Switzerland without a driver's license is just not that smart. Okay, it is a new day, but still the same vlog. Done with meetings now. It is just after 2 p.m. Gotta get some work done. Oh my god. I had to talk so much. Oh, McLaren. What I wanted to, in the last clip, I talked about the... Yes, sir. I talked about the Ferrari. Classy Zurich Thursday afternoon traffic. No, but what I wanted to say, what I forgot to say yesterday is, because I gave money to the homeless guy, or I don't know if he was homeless, but anyways, I gave him money, and I think, I read the book Money by Tony Robbins, and he talks about how every Thanksgiving, I think, or Christmas, he started with one family that he supported, and he gave them a free meal. And then every year he doubled it, so 2, 4, 8, so on and so forth, And I think now there's a huge community of people who give their money to people in need. And I think, I'm not super wealthy or something. I'm not super wealthy, but I still try to help where I can, and sometimes give money to people. And I think you should do too, because if you earn a normal salary, no matter where you live in the world, there's always people in need. Even in Switzerland, there's always people on the street, or and I encourage you to just, next time somebody asks you for money, just give them a bit of money, obviously when you can see it's somebody who is just gonna buy drugs, then don't do it. Rather buy them a meal or something, because you're not serving them well if you give them money to buy drugs. But when it's somebody like the guy yesterday, who I wish I filmed it, but I didn't. I'm not good at this. But he explained his situation and why he needs money exactly, and I just thought, it would be wrong to not give him something. And I don't know if you believe in karma. I personally don't, but for the people who believe in karma, this is probably good for your karma too. But you shouldn't do it just to get good karma. You should have the right intentions, and just your intention should be to try and help, not to impress somebody or have good karma or something. Because I think karma, if you believe in that doesn't work that way. It's all about the intention, not about what you actually do. It's not about how much money you give. You can give them 5 francs, you can give them 20, you can give them 100, depending on your financial situation. But I think there's a rule that you should always give away 10% of your income, which I honestly don't live by. And I think most people don't. But some people I heard, like there's a billionaires club, and each year they give away like billions of dollars to people in need. I think Warren Buffett is one of them. I'm not sure though. Got the Jag. But yeah, I think, you know, more people should just help out. Speaking of money, check what came in the mail today. I've never seen these shoes. I ordered them. This is the first time I see them in real life. Oh boy. Asics Gel Kayano 31s. I could have got the 32s, but I got the 31s because I like them better, and the 32s are not yet for sale, I think. Did I need to buy the most expensive daily trainers? Not really. Did I get them anyways? Yeah, I did. I ordered some supplement online. I couldn't get it open. I had to like melt my knife and cut through here, but this thing is so thick that I couldn't cut through. It literally broke my knife, and now I had to cut up the open. I had to, dude, I can't even talk anymore. I had to cut this, and now I have to like fill it in like that, you know. And I'm scared that the plastic is going in, so I'm like, yeah, and it smells very intense. It's the first time I ordered this, and this powder is super sticky, like extremely sticky, and I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but whatever. Aftermath of the crime scene. But yeah, got it filled up in this thing now. Very interesting, because in here it's white, but in here it's purple when you mix it with water. I don't know if I want to drink that. Okay, we're not just talking, we're putting the shoes to the test. I got them, now I'm testing them. Let's see how they perform, but so far it feels a lot better than with my other shoes. Okay, I'm running loops now. This is my first loop. Gonna run like 3 more. Okay, I finished the second run. Had the third run now. It was the third run. Not sure what pace I ran or how far. I think it was around 5 kilometers, maybe a 5:20 pace or something. You know, today was really an easy run. They're all training here. I don't really know what this is. I've been here for the first time. I ran across the other side and I saw there's people training here. I didn't even know that this existed. I guess they're training for Olympia or something. I don't know. But yeah, I walked past and I just decided to run around here in circles. I wanted to run over here, but I thought it's like they're actually running on time, so damn. Yeah, but it's cool, you know, it's cool running when there's other people who run as well. Shoes feel good. Today's run was mainly to test how they feel. I had to stop during the run a couple times because I got like stuff in my eyes from the trees. Overall, solid run. Dude, I'm confused. I don't know if you can read it, but right here, they're saying the whole space is reserved for like a club. But I mean, there's people training whatever this is, and then that guy's training this thing right here, and then people is running, but also people is like jumping. I'm a bit confused. I don't know if I'm allowed to like just jump over and run there. I never ran on those, but it looks kind of satisfying. So I think next time I'll just go here late at night, and then nobody should be training. Hopefully, no, I don't think that they have the lights on. That would be too epic. But if they had the lights on and me running all alone, but see, they're actually pacing their time. Yeah. Probably there's some famous people right here. some like athletes from Switzerland or wherever, but I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. I never watched the Olympics, but I think now I'm actually starting to get more interest into this. I was always into Formula One and stuff, but now I think the Olympics could also be interesting for me. Alright, that's it for this vlog. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.